In this lesson, we'll be adding a couple more fields to our form, and I'm also going to show you how you can make them be required fields in your form on the client side. So let's begin by adding a checkbox field. So I'm going to copy this part here, paste it here, get rid of that age text, and the input is going to be now of type checkbox. And I'm going to save and show you what we get with just this. So we get a checkbox. We can add some text, something like is enrolled, and people can click if they're enrolled or not. So that's to add checkboxes. Very easy. What about multi-line text inputs? See that we have a text input here, but that's only one line. I can't add multiple lines. There's another field that we can use for that. So let's put it in a different line by creating these divs. And this input is called text area. So we're no longer using input for this one. So don't think that all form fields are inputs. Some of them are text area, and there are others as well. So the thing with text area is that it doesn't work as a self-closing tag, because it's a tag that does have inside content. If I add something in here, it will actually show inside of the text area. So this is a multi-line text area. Let's get rid of that. The other thing I wanted to show you is how to make a field compulsory on the client side. For that, we add an attribute here called required. Just type required. And then if we try to submit the form, the browser will automatically detect that this is a required field and will ask us to complete it. Now see that this is, see how all of our attributes have a value, a name and a value, and this one just only has the word. Well, that's in some cases you can just have a word, which is the case of required. In the case of the checkbox, you could have also an attribute like that says checked, and then the checkbox already appears checked by default. To summarize, we've added a couple of new fields. We've added a checkbox, and we've added a text area. The main thing with the text area is that you cannot have it as a self-closing tag, because this is a tag that can contain inside content. So you need to specify it like that, even if it's going to be empty. Lastly, required allows us to make a field compulsory on the client side. The browser will not let us submit the form if that field is empty. And you can also make a checkbox checked by default by using the checked attribute.